Minh City, Saigon, whatever you want to call it, this is Vietnam's biggest city, and we're here. I even went and bought the t-shirt. Not only is it Vietnam's biggest city, it's got to be Vietnam's most bustling city. About 6.5 million people call Saigon home, and it's a number that's growing fast. Hanoi in the north may be Vietnam's capital, but its southern, more tropical neighbor is where the real buzz is. Much of that buzz is from the 3 million or so motorbikes which own the streets. That's one motorbike for every 2 residents. The typical bike is small, around 100 cc's, but is a workhorse extraordinaire. The first thing you got to learn when you're in Vietnam is how to cross the street. You don't do it like you would anywhere else in the world. You have to employ a special technique that involves moving very slowly and not creating any confusion among the drivers who are coming at you. I'm going to just try this right now. Here I go. It's the most terrifying experience of my life. It's kind of like watching Katy Perry without her makeup. Well, I made it in one piece, physically speaking. Mentally, I don't know, maybe that's another reason. Ben Thanh Market. It used to be called Central Market because that's what it is. It's probably Ho Chi Minh City's biggest market, and it's right in the center of downtown. Well, into the maelstrom. This is not the most comfortable or spacious environment, but you got to come here at least once just for the atmosphere. It's the classical Asian market. Everything you want under one roof. And that's no exaggeration. The farther you go, the narrower the passageways become. The Backpacker District, or officially known as Pham No Lao. This is the place you come if you want cheap accommodation and all sorts of conveniences. It's usually a jam-packed, bustling part of Saigon, but then again, what area of Saigon is not these days? One of the landmarks of this district is the Narrow Blue House. I don't know if it's got an official name or not, but it's reputedly one of Saigon's narrowest houses. I would imagine that it's so narrow that if you had to put a bed in there, you couldn't really put it crossways, you'd have to put it lengthways. These contraptions are called cyclos. They're the original taxis. They're human-powered. They cracked down on them a couple of years ago, and you hardly ever saw any of them on the streets of Saigon. However, they seem to be making a bit of a resurgence. They're sort of part of that, Saigon traditional image. This is a guided group. I was just talking with one of their members, and they're all going on a cyclo-guided tour through downtown Saigon. Sounds like fun. As with most other Vietnamese cities, the architecture is another of Saigon's attractions. The style originated with the French, but it's since become distinctly Vietnamese. If you like peace and quiet, efficiency, and predictability, Saigon may not be your cup of tea. If you're an adrenaline junkie, however, you'll find all the action you could ever ask for. Be warned, though, Vietnam's biggest city is addictive.